Hello students, today we are going to study about impact of migration. Migration affects both the areas of origin of migration and the areas of destination of the migrant population. First we'll see about demographic consequences. Migration leads to unbalanced demographic distribution of population within the country. So, how it is unbalanced here? So, students, you can see that from a village area who is going out. Usually, the youngsters they go out of village in order in order to search jobs or for education, isn't it? Then who is left behind now? Old people are left behind. So, this is a kind of imbalance in age and sex ratio. Okay. So, this type of imbalance you can see in the areas of high out migration regions like Uttarakhand, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh and Eastern Maharashtra. Next we'll see about the consequences, social consequences. So migration results in interaction between different cultures and leads to their diffusion. Okay. So the receiving areas receive people belonging to different cultures through migration. So this will lead to the cultural interaction and enrichment. So best example you can see in your class itself, that is all your friends they are from different region, isn't it? Everyone have their own culture. So you can know more about their culture through interaction. So if we see behind our history of India, you can see from the civilization itself, people they have migrated from one place to another. That is in Indus Valley civilization, you can see that Aryans they have come from Central Asia, isn't it? So when you had studied about Delhi Sultanate, there also you have studied that the rulers they have come from Persia, Afghanistan, etc., isn't it? And then the new cultures evolved in India, like Urdu culture was formed, then Kathak was introduced. So this is all mixture of both the cultures. Okay, Indo-Islamic culture you can see. So sometimes children, the coming together of people belonging to different cultures, it may also leads to cultural conflicts also in so many cases. Okay, so we can see the negative impacts of migration. So negative impacts means the social the migration it also leads to family breakdown, then fragmentation of social networks, etc. So here you can see the emotional impact is not just limited to the migrants themselves. Emotional impact means the person who goes out from his hometown, okay, to different country or different state. He will be emotionally is disturbed, isn't it? So this is not only for a migrant, even the people around him is members of his family, they are also emotionally disturbed. Okay, so most internal as well as international migrants end up in cities of developing countries putting enormous pressure on the limited sources. Usually what happens, all these migrant people, they will stop or they will remain in the cities itself, isn't it? That is cities like Mumbai, Kanpur, Delhi, etc. So here you can see overpopulation. So due to overpopulation, so many problems are coming out, isn't it? So the housing problem, it will lead for so many slums, creation of the slums in the cities. Next we'll see about the economic consequences. So migration of people, just as international trade, okay, migration of people is like a international trade. How is this like international trade? We'll see. So the impact will be for both the sending country as well as receiving country. Okay, so the receiving country, it will be having a gain. How it is gain for them? The immigration increases, that will supply labor, which will increase their employment, production, and finally the national income. So that receiving countries people, what impact they have? The local people will lose their jobs. Heavy burden will be there on the natural resources and public services also. High skilled immigration, or the so called brain drain. Already I had told you about brain drain. What is brain drain? Can imply a loss of public resources for the sending country. So here sending country, for them how it is a gain and loss. A sending country gains through migrants as they transfer their earnings to the home country, that is they go out of the country. For example, we can tell India. So from India, the youngsters or the brilliant youngsters, they have gone to America. Okay, so there they are working, and after working they will send their salary to their houses in India, isn't it? So when they are transferring their earning to the home country, so in the form of foreign exchange, okay, they are sending through foreign exchange. So this will become a gain for the sending country. Okay, so here example I told you about India. India is sending country. Okay, so but the sending country loses due to reduction in skilled workforce, which is critical for productivity and economic growth here. So how it is a loss for the sending country here? That is, when they send this brilliant youngsters to America, for example, the sending country will lose that skilled force. Okay, that brilliant young force will be lost here. Okay, their number is reduced. When most of the youngsters, brilliant youngsters, if they go out of the country, what will happen? It will reduce the skilled workforce here. Okay, and there will not be production as well as economic growth will not be there. What will the old people do in India here sitting, isn't it? They cannot contribute any production or economic growth, they cannot give to the country. Okay, so students, I hope today's topic is clear to you all. Thank you children.